Hello and welcome to Health Alchemy's 2013 Happy New Year. This is our first in a weekly series of video blogs, and I'd just like to say Happy New Year. You know, 2012, I was one of maybe many thousands or millions of people around the planet that was looking for sort of the answer to come from the outside. You know, whether it be the Age of Enlightenment happening on December 21st, or we all sort of waking up and overthrowing the government, the powers that be, and living a life of utopia. Well, you know, a lot of distractions have occurred, and I'm of the opinion that our lives as we know it have profoundly changed if we look internally. And one of the focuses of our video blogs this year is going to be me focusing on things that really help us shape and change our inner world, because our inner world is a mirror of the outer world. And I have seen this through basically 25 years of meditation that began with a broken neck 26 years ago in a car accident where I believed I was sort of the master of the universe and nothing bad could happen to me as a young surf god, so to speak. And I did see that, and I did see I had a purpose and a mission here. And that's one of the things that's come out of my life in the last year, is having an ongoing mission statement that I can always fall back on, that gives me markers of, you know, what am I doing here, and am I staying true to my mission? So from my training last June in the Mankind Project, one of the things I got out of that was, as a man amongst men, I am a clear man. As a person amongst people, I'm a clear person. So when I'm not clear, I know something's off inside. I know what to look for inside. And my mission statement is basically, I create a world of harmony through connecting old and new, top and bottom, inner and outer, heart to heart, mind to mind. So connectivity, creating harmony. And I think nature does this, and we just don't look in the right places. And one of the books that I'm going to be drawing from the first few weeks of these video blogs is Khalil Gibran. And one of the passages about self-knowledge is quite striking. And he says, silence is where we know, but there's no scales to measure. And this matches a Zen saying that everything is perfectly managed in the unborn. So, you know, I don't really know that as an ego, but I do know through years of and times of sitting in this still place inside that, yeah, there is a perfection. And that's where I think deep faith comes from. And belief is only going to lead us so far, because beliefs can change based on experience, but faith is a knowing in my life, and I trust that faith. And I'll give an example. I'm going to play with a couple of effects on how reality can change, how we can distort reality. There's a few filters that I can put on the screen here. Notice we have fire coming around my body. And notice we can make things sort of gray. And notice we can really distort the image. Or we can give me a long neck. Or we can, whoa, we can make me look really weird, like a sketch. Or we can make me sort of turn into a fuzzy figure. We can make me ripple like water. And we can make me sort of really distorted. So one of the things that I like to say is that the reality that we think we see isn't often the reality we see. And so where are we going to go moving forward in 2013? Are we going to actually look inside and explore? Because one of the words I like to use in my practice is, let's explore, let's experiment, and let's see what happens. So if you've been a big carbohydrate eater and it's led you to the place you are now, then maybe we should try less carbohydrate, more protein and fat. Or if you've been eating a lot of refined foods, let's try leaving a few things out. But one thing is certain, we should not change too quickly, because if we do, then the boat gets rocked. And one of the things that rocks the boat is our internal addictions and attitude and habits. And so if we're able to sort of see that, like the alcoholic that can admit he's got a problem, then we have something to work with there, an internal honesty and a sincerity. So moving forward, you know, let's look at self-knowledge. How well do we know ourselves? Honestly, I know that I've spent over 25 years looking at myself honestly and taking out the programs and becoming aware of the programs that led me to dysfunction through my family, through what I was taught before I even knew what it was to really be human, what it was to really be embodied with what I was here to do, and suspending belief and questioning all I was taught, and going to the ultimate inner authority, which is my own experience. And each of us might have different paths in that. Each of us might have different goals. Each of us might look different and not even agree with each other. But one thing we can agree on is that we can hold each other's lives, each other's experience, and not have to agree. The basis for discussion in any good nation, any good community of people is that can we hold disagreement and still love? Can we not go into us versus they and just hold that place of love? So with that, I'd like to sign off for my first entry of 2013. There may or may not be more than one per week, but there's going to be at least one per week on my video blog. I would definitely welcome ideas. My website is posted clearly on my YouTube page, and would love feedback. I also have a Facebook page, Health Alchemy Nutrition, and Craig Lane on Facebook. I welcome your comments, your input, and have a wonderful new year, and I look forward to meeting more and more and more of you. Namaste.